people, and welcome back to the trucking journey. I'm in Columbia, and guess where I'm going, people? Columbia, Tennessee, which is about a 450-mile trip. So let's get this pre-trip done so we can get on the road. Approve my log so I can get my per diem money. And so far I am having a pretty solid week. Barely missed 500 miles yesterday, but I did have a 600 mile. And I've got 2 shifts left. So if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm on track to have a 3,000 mile week, which that's good. With the bonus and everything, that's 1,500 bucks before taxes. And if you approve your logs and do the per diem, they don't take out a whole lot of taxes, so that's pretty decent money. But I ain't getting paid to sit here and talk to you guys, so let's get moving. You are enjoying this episode so far. I wanted to bring something to your attention. I've mentioned this before, but I think this is just a bonehead idea and a waste of taxpayer dollars. These numbered signs, this is in the westbound lane of I-40, but apparently because this is a high fog area, somebody came up with the idea, let's put these signs here and that'll help drivers keep a following distance in fog. But they're in the westbound lane. So what's the answer to the people headed east? Well, we'll put signs facing the other direction up for them so they can look across a few lanes of traffic to maintain following distance on a foggy morning. Is it just me, or does this seem pretty ineffective? Doesn't sound like that great of an idea to me. But there is a guy that rides by this area with his family every so often. He says, "This is what Daddy did." Maybe it's helping the economy that way. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Whiskey drinking son of a bitch, I'm a whaler.
Now I know a few videos back I made the comment that I never used my atlas, and that probably wasn't a brainiac type of a statement that I made, especially when it comes to weights, because all states are not the same, such as Tennessee and Kentucky are minimum weights. If you go by theirs, you'll be okay everywhere else. But like South Carolina, for instance, has an axle weight of 35,200. And Florida has one of 44,000. But states like Georgia are 34,000. And Tennessee and Kentucky are both 34,000. And different states handle it differently. Like up in Virginia one time, heck, I went across the scale like 4 times before I got it right. They were like, nope. You're 250 over on your drives. Adjust it and come back around. Tennessee, on the other hand, will bust your ass if you're not right. There ain't no adjust it and come on over again. Let's get you right, truck driver. No, they'll be like, we're writing you a ticket. Okay, now you can leave. And they don't give a shit if you get it right. So, get it right in Tennessee, or you'll get a ticket. But everything about trailer weights can be found on page A15 in your atlas. I ain't never seen so many truck drivers in camouflage in my life. There's a lot of military trucks here, and all I see is like Army guys. Alright, there's about 15 Army vehicles. All of them look like they could carry more freight. Like that guy, he's empty. one Humvee, a container. Look at that little container on there. That guy's bobtailed. But before I started recording here at the pump, when I was punching all my information in, and when it asked if I needed any additional products, I hit yes, because I need some washer fluid. I'm going to show you guys how to get certain things without using your money. Now I'm at pump 21. Remember that. So I'm going to walk inside, and things like washer fluid, oil, you can get. Now you can't get beer and pizza this way, and you can't get other trucking supplies this way. Like I had tried to do it with my Kingpin puller that I ended up paying $15 of my own money, but it was a rejected item. But washer fluid is okay. Here it is right here. But you just tell them pump 21?
Pump 21.
I checked yes at the pump.
Let's see, what's the truck number?
SL 1202.
Gotcha. And company?
GMP.
Alright, let's do it.
And that's all you gotta do, people. He rings it up. And I walk out with it. And I don't have to scan a receipt to send a GMP, but if you did need to do a receipt, you could do that through the TransFlow app. All right.
All right, there you go, Trucker Jim. Be safe out there.
All right, thanks a lot.
Enjoy your washer fluid. Have a good one.
You too, brother. Keep on trucking.
Come on. Outlaw, living on the stage. Another hotel, another city and state. Renegade with a road to pave. Rest when I'm dead, sleep in my grave. Roll on that wide open highway. All my troubles in the wind. On that wide open highway. Life that I'm living is a dead man's hand. Feel the thunder on the pavement. I'm smoking now.
All right. It is Saturday morning. My clock is reset. It's time to start my last shift of the week. This has been a pretty solid week. I have 14 hours left on my clock. Going into today, my shortest day is 497 miles, with the top day of being 600. All the others over 500, which is pretty good. And I'm 265 miles from the Atlanta yard, which is where I'm taking this. And I think I'm going to be picking one up off the Atlanta yard and going to Greer. I think that's going to be a little short of 500 today. They had a load on me going to Louisville after that. And I was like, well, I don't think I can make that with, you know, what's left on my 70. And I know I can't make it back. So they took it off. Which I could run a few hours into tomorrow and, you know, maybe have like a 3,500 mile week. But then that would take away from next week. So it's all about balance, guys. And what I strive for and believe I can do is 3,000 miles again and again and again. Alright people, I'm enjoying a nice relaxing Sunday afternoon here on the porch. And every once in a while here at the Truckin' Journey, a subscriber or viewer reaches out to Trucker Jim and we get to have a section called Mail Time. And I love mail time. This week we have a package that came first class mail from Montana from Michelle Branson, which you guys that saw the last few episodes of my first season know I have a little history in Montana. I got a speeding ticket. I was blazing down the interstate doing 50 miles an hour, and the result of it, I got fired from US Express. But let's see what we got here. A shirt. from Montana. Thank you very much, Michelle.
A dead man's hand.
Any of you guys ever wondered about the 8-2 split? I have been in the sleeper 9 hours and 59 minutes. 1 minute from a 10-hour reset. But I have 34 minutes left on my clock. The reason that I'm showing you this is I got a question a while back about what is an 8-2 split. And it's not something that you use all that often, which I used all of my drive clock except for 34 minutes yesterday. So after being in the sleeper, don't work if you're off duty, but if you're in the sleeper for 8 hours, you get back whatever the time you didn't use the previous day at the 8-hour mark. Now at the 10-hour mark, you get, you know, a full day's worth of driving. Which now that I've been in 10 hours, I have a full 8 hours that I can drive. It's not very often that you'll want to take advantage of the 8-2 split, but on days where you didn't get to drive that much for whatever reason, whether you were stuck at a shipper or receiver for several hours and only, I don't know, got to use 5 or 6 hours of your clock, well, after being in the sleeper for 8 hours, it doesn't work if you're off duty, but if you're in the sleeper for 8 hours, you get whatever that time you didn't use back. Here's the thing though, normally, like I've got 8 hours now, as it starts getting low, to get the remaining time on my day, I only have to take a 30-minute break. Well, if you start at the 8-hour mark, well, you've got to take a 2-hour break before you get that remaining time back. But my time is reset so I can have a full day. So let's get rolling. We're headed to Nashville, to the southeastern yard, to deliver this, and then headed over to pick up a load near Nashville that will be going to, where am I going? Somewhere in North Carolina. Oh yeah, Walmart, North Carolina in Shelby. But let's get rolling, people.
Life that I'm living is a dead man's hand. Oh, that wide open highway. All my troubles in the wind. Oh, that wide open highway. Life that I'm living is a dead man's hand.
All right, here I am at the southeastern yard near Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm getting ready to do a T-call. First step of doing a T-call is do the Mac 11, which is called terminate call. And you put your city and state in. After you do your macro, you want to get your bills that you have, and if you haven't already, write the trip number, or sometimes called the OE number, at the top of the bills. And there's a couple of ways you can leave the bills. Now sometimes there's a permit box and people will stick them in there. I kind of like putting them in a bag and leaving them on the landing gear, because all of our trailers do not have the permit box. But what I like to do, and then what I like to be done when I'm on the receiving end, is just take the bag here, stick it on the landing gear, send a bag in case it rains, and there you go. And now I'll just unhook everything, and I've got an empty trailer just a couple spots down. Alright, I am loaded here in Laverne, Tennessee, and I am getting on the road, headed to North Carolina, people, with deer corn, 40,000 pounds of deer corn. Alright people, I am back in South Carolina, getting ready to head back up to Louisville again, but we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be like the president and give it a big thumbs up, people. If you hadn't subscribed, please do. Feel free to share with a friend, and I will see all of you next time. Until then, be safe out there and keep on trucking.